recording?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to the podcast where we didn't choose a topic. We don't know what we're doing.
So, yeah, this is like a rush kind of thing.
And goodbye.
We've had.
Let me tell you a story. Fuck that.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Daddy's always got a treat. I'm giving an estimate this morning, right? Mm-hmm. I'm out there being a dude. Mm-hmm. Get up. My wife scheduled me a nice roof estimate. Mm-hmm. Feels good. The fall air is out there. It smells like roofing. It feels good.
Yeah, it does.
Lady comes out. She doesn't let me come in. So I'm like, I don't know if she's ashamed or it's going to be a crazy lady or she's got 1,300 cats in there.
Yeah. One of these.
She was cool. It was nice house. I said, let's do it. You know, we walked around. We checked everything out. Let's do a pitch on the porch. And, which is not always great, but sometimes they work. And we're going through it. And then I see the guy that hates me, which is Mr. Presley. Competitor.
Yeah.
Absolutely hates me.
Yeah.
I've never done anything to him. He just, he must have the little man syndrome, and he does not like competition. I used to live in the neighborhood that he does a lot of work in. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he slowly creeps by. I'm like, this motherfucker's going to drive back by and fucking undersell this job. I'm going to fucking lose this job. And,
you know what's funny is like they always say, you know, by him being like that is because he does less than you. You know what I mean?
He definitely does more than me though. He does
so?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking kills it. You know what I mean? But so I give the pitch, I give the number. You called me, try to fucking interrupt my fucking flow. But as a dude committed to this podcast, I answered. Okay. I felt it was going well enough. I was like, I can answer. Because I was actually running around just to check how much roof was left of non-walkable, so I knew how much to charge.
Yeah.
And then I give her the number. She didn't balk at it. She was like, good. She's like, I gotta be honest, I didn't realize our project manager for all our rentals was still doing roofing. I was like, here we go. I was like, he's gonna be cheaper than me. I'm thinking like, Pete in the pickup truck doing the property management. I'm like, I thought you were looking for quality. She goes, no, the full disclosure, it's Presley. I said, oh, that's funny because he just rode by.
Checking up on you.
She's like, yeah, I told him that you were coming, that you guys have really good reviews, and I didn't really realize, he still did roofing. I'm like, so he drove by. I'm sitting here blindly, not knowing. He's the property manager for this woman. I'm like, are they playing me?
Well, yeah.
Are you trying to just get a number, the contract?
Yeah.
She seemed very genuine. She's like, I'm pretty sure he subs it out. I'm like, and you never want to like bash someone else. It doesn't make you look good.
No.
It doesn't help anybody. I just said, well, I definitely know he does, because he does. I see Bayside Exterior on his roof of bike. I know the crew.
Yeah.
I said, I know he does that. I said, I know he's not manufactured bags. He doesn't do all the stuff I'm doing. He's not like doing roofing. He'll get you a roof.
Right.
But he's not doing lifetime warranty. Because that's what she was looking for. I was like, he's not doing that. Other than that, and I'm thinking, this motherfucker's going to come back in here, drop his whole pants, because he doesn't even need this job.
No, so he'll take a loss.
I was like, I wrote over a group text. I was like, man, great experience. Fucking won't even get it because President's gonna come here and just say, well, what was he at? Okay, I'm this much less.
Yeah, go $100 less.
I'm like, $100 less? Probably just fucking.
So
probably trying to make me look crazy.
At that point, you're working for her to be a referral for you. You know what I mean? I did gutters for her twin sister. Okay, so there you go.
She had done like locally. I'm on a local level.
Yeah, for sure.
When people reach out to us, they have searched us out, maybe they know locally. Have seen it, there's a connection there. Yes. Yeah. I don't do cold call lead generation.
No, and I find the same thing with real estate. I think we focus on growing and getting our business the same way. Where I've always had a thought where like I want to grow up, not out. Right. Yeah. So like I have my community that I do the majority of my work in, and my clients are here right within 10 minutes. So, and I'd rather stay in that area and take more market share rather than cover an entire state or multiple counties and all that sort of thing, right? And when you focus on that, the way more referrals come, as well as I do. When somebody asks for something on a community page,
the referrals are big.
Then everybody's recommending your name, so people see that. So it's not so much even the person that's asking for a roofer or a realtor that you're worried about, but I'm happy that my name comes up 100 times. And because then the people that are watching, and then when they need a roof or a realtor, they go, man, I hear a lot about roof it.
It's funny you said, because a lot of guys, like Tony will say all the time, did you get that roof I recommended you? I said, hey, look, man, I don't usually get a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but I thank you for doing it, because what actually happens is I get the person looking, who's just watching, and they always say, more. I see you get recommended a lot. I didn't ask online. I just see you get recommended a lot.
That's happened more to me than the one that people tell
I don't know who, especially the realtor one, is fucking crazy.
Oh, bananas.
Bananas. I want to know who they end up with. I wish at every post, like, hey, I end up going with this guy, and be like, because, you could
278 comments.
There's so many. How many people pitch? Like,
you
never know how many. I think Mark told me he had one. He's done like one time. He like literally reached out all late, and the person's like, "Yeah, I still haven't got anybody yet." And it was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that's why you have to do it. And I'll rarely message the person. Sometimes I will. I'll usually leave like a little bit of a different comment.
I know. I tried to. Yeah.
Clearly, I am the best here.
Try to do play on words that they put up there.
Yeah, it'd be a little funny or whatever. And sometimes it works. But even if it doesn't, I don't care because it's advertising. You're like, what would you pay for the billboard? What would you pay to be in a magazine or on the radio? That's what it is. Yeah. Today's advertising is you can do it all for free. We don't need newspaper ads, magazine ads. I mean, this is good right here because like we both are independently, independent contractors or self-employed, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we eat.
That's how we eat. And before you eat, you look.
Yeah.
You're actually before like. You want the chance. You need to find a good pond to even fucking cast in. You know what I mean? Like you got to do the whole thing. You don't get to walk up like I'm gonna catch that real quick, then I'm gonna eat. It's like, well, what pond's working? What are they using?
Yeah.
You mean like, well, how many people are fishing in it? Right. You know what I mean? It's like,
and you and I feel like think a little bit the same too. Whereas we're okay with, we kind of thrive on being against the grain.
Yes.
And
like, I don't want to be anywhere else but that.
I don't really care to fall in line with the 10,000 other realtors that are out there. I want to be. I
don't even respect the other. I don't like other realtors.
No,
I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking about the same thing. I was thinking about to totally interrupt you. Fuck your shit.
No, that's good.
Is how much when we talked last night, and I still do not respect a lot of realtors for the difference of what they think is doing sales and what they're actually doing versus real sales. I'm like, there's so many mean realtors. Mm-hmm. There's so many self-entitled. Mm-hmm. The way they talk to you, like old white ladies and that are the meanest motherfuckers to me.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Yeah,
they're so entitled.
Yeah, 100%.
And I just want to be like, you haven't even done, why don't you actually take the money from the homeowner first? Like, to change your experience of how good you think you are, why don't you take your commission from your person first and then do the job? Because I'm so amazed when you talk to the realtors, like, how much they don't want to problem solve. They don't like, man, I'm not doing all that.
No,
I'm like, the deal will fall apart if we don't both do this, or guess who's going to do it? Me, because I still want the money, so I'm gonna fix all the problems.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, they're just so like, whatever, like, that's their problem. Like, it's their problem because you haven't taken money from them.
Yeah.
Take money from them, and then you'll see a real homeowner.
Yeah.
You'll see like, oh, maybe I'm not that good. Like, they'll let you know right fucking away.
Yeah.
If you actually took money up front.
And dude, the past 3 years with,
and you don't have to manufacture anything. You don't have to fucking make anything.
Nobody's dying on the outside.
Nobody's dying. Nobody's like, hey man.
Nope.
You don't like, hey, if this all goes wrong, this whole thing falls down. It's like realtors are like, I'm so fucking good. I'm like, we're barely doing anything. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, man, it is annoying. But real estate has been so easy the past few years, and there's a certain percentage of experienced realtors that have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
That a certain percentage of those have just kind of gotten lazy. There's the new ones that came in 2020, 2019 that did great the past 2 or 3 years because it's been easy. And they don't have to do anything.
It's been an easy sale, especially.
Yeah, so it's a lot of the transactions are you get documents signed in the beginning and then see at the closing table.
Yeah.
And we're moving away from that now, and it's starting to show.
You need, I think, and you even not even learning how to. I think people probably don't know how to say no to some stuff because I think it'll start getting into those jobs where you're like, I don't think I want to take to sell that house because it might be because homeowners will overvalue the house in 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, there's another issue there with a lot of, it's not all, I wouldn't say most, but there is a certain percentage of homeowners out there that want to list their home and they're like unrealistic, or they don't want to listen to their realtor when they do have a good one, like myself.
Yeah.
Of how to price it, how to market it, and all that jazz. Let's be real. The marketing is really right now is the last thing you need to worry about.
Yeah.
It's what are we going to do to make sure you get this thing across the finish line as easily as possible with as much money as possible in your pocket.
And people do not want to spend money on their house to get it done. And you know what was,
they think they don't have to.
You know what's crazy is when I sell a house, a lot of times, I can make a lot happen for a customer because I have the means to do it. You know what I mean? Like if I want to paint your house real fast, I can make it happen real fast, and not that not that expensively. Like I feel like when I sold Danny's, I was like, this house, you got fucking 6 different colors, brother. Like we ain't selling this house.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers you're talking, like I know you think it's okay. I'm like the rest of the market will be like, what the fuck? It takes 3 seconds. We just paint this thing all gray.
Yeah.
So I go in there, roll sleeves up. Soft wasn't working because it was COVID back then. Just paint that thing up. Those little things. It's so crazy to me though to watch homeowners do all the things they should have done when they lived in it. They're like, oh man, I should have just done this when I lived here. It looks nice now. Like I get done, it looks nice. I'm like,
it's so funny you say that. I see that a lot. Wait, what do I need to do? What do I need to do now? And I get when you're living there, right? Shit's just scuffed up or whatever.
Yeah.
But the things like painting or the things like
finish the trim somewhere.
Yeah.
We did the floor ourselves, but we know how to cut the baseboard. The mirrors.
We didn't do a threshold in the door between the carpet and the hardwood.
Yeah.
And they just lived like that, which is fine if you choose to do that.
Yeah.
But now look at the work you're jammed up to do in a couple weeks or a month with all these little ticky-tack projects everywhere, But anyway,
I feel like I remember I called you on a couple. Like I was like, I wanted to be like, can I take commission from other people? Can I take can I show that they do nothing and I saved this whole deal, made everything happen? Like there's so many deals that I've done all of the buyer's work.
So you know what people are doing
or
now?
The seller's work.
You know what some agents are doing now, and it's pissing some off. Really, I don't give a fuck. Is if you have a listing, you list the commission, right? So let's just say it's 6%, and you want 4, and you're giving 2 to the buyer's agent. That's in your listing agreement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't know, right? They don't know until you're at the closing table and they look at the closing statement, and it's like you've gotten $3,000 more than them. And some people get butthurt over it, right? But here's the thing: you don't know what I put into my sellers.
I already did it once.
Yeah, so
I did that 5 years ago.
Yeah, so like,
and a guy called me up from Olsen Realty, thought I was crazy. I'm like,
yeah.
So what?
What the fuck?
Is it your deal? Did you not get your cut? Did you not get your pay?
And he doesn't know what you may have been working with that guy for 3 years.
You don't know what I got into. Now other places normally they put on for marketing.
Yeah,
pumping it through the papers and stuff. They'll kind of disclose that's why it's more. But like, look, I got called. I don't want to say called, but like I didn't realize it wasn't really a thing because I did put on. If I got 6%, I got the other percent.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's my deal.
Yeah,
when out in the world, if I go sell my work, I put on what the fuck I want.
Right. Yeah.
All you get to do is walk up and say, thanks. You know.
Yeah. We saw.
You have no idea. I have some buyers that have been 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
Or sellers that like, dude, it's been like forever.
So you can, and that's the thing.
Especially for me, I'm doing all the home improvements. Some of my shit is paid to me through that commission. Like they go to me. I got one that I've had somewhere. It's like we don't have the money. Yeah. I'm like, well, this has to get done. So this got to come out of somewhere.
Yep. Now, that's something you're starting to see more
people
more
off.
Of. Yeah, I mean, because they just get all butthurt about it. You want
on
to
the
see
seller
50,
side,
but fuck it. You know
At the end of the day, but what? I don't give a fuck.
You know what's funny about?
Well, you see it on the MLS, right? You would see at least.
Yeah, you have to. If it's advertised on the MLS, you have to give them that commission. You know what I mean? You can't change it.
All I see is like I'm grateful that I either got the 2 or I get the 3. Get the 2, get the 2.5, get the 3, whatever.
Yeah.
That guy's giving to me. I don't know what he's doing, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not realtors aren't raised in actual sales, so they're already getting butthurt about, well, we should be 50-50. Why?
No.
I don't fucking know.
Nobody
Also, you know what I
that.
don't do? I don't give you more for all the work you did. So why about the next one, you go get yours on for all the shit you did?
Yep.
So who did more on this job?
Yeah, because there's agents out there too that they'll charge their buyer more.
I see that.
You know what I mean?
That's
If
a
we're-
crazy one. I do see that at the closings. I'm like,
lot.
you charge them more too?
Yeah, another
I see the-
$500 or whatever.
No, yeah, all for the showings. There's this because when I went to
Admin
I,
fees
said,
and
I
everything.
would go through the closing. I'm like, oh, what's all this stuff?
Yep.
And they would be like, oh yeah, that buyer's agent charges them for. I'm like, that's fucking
crazy,
nice. That's
'cause-
fucking nice. You know what I mean? Like,
It's funny when realtors think they don't make too much money. Like, did you never work a manual labor job? You think you're not making enough money?
do you think this job is hard?
I would never ever take less than 3% on a sale. What have you ever worked? Where else have you ever worked that in 45 to 60 days you can make $10,000-$15,000?
And you don't work 45 of them. You work 5 of them.
Maybe 5 of them.
Yeah, here's what you do. You show a couple. Let's say you list a house.
Yeah.
You do your homework for one night. It's so fucking easy. If you're retarded, you can use a program. It'll show you what it thinks.
Yeah, yeah.
You list it.
We're
you
giving
show
you all of the industry secrets.
You list
all
it.
the shit nobody else will tell you.
You list it. It goes up. Be a great. I mean,
Answer the fucking phone.
you can even be bad, and it would still help you because they'd be like, "Well, we still want it," because they still want the fucking house. They still want it. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
And then all you have to do is solve the problems because there's some fucking financing problem right there at the end.
So always
You know,
something.
even if you don't know how to solve the inspection sheet, which is 9 out of 10 realtors, because they're all calling me.
Yep.
I'm even on my own job solving. I'm solving for other realtors. You know what I mean? Like, so like you ain't have to be good at that. So for a couple of days, the hours that you don't have into it, that you can make that
Yeah.
much money.
Yeah.
I've worked harder for. I remember working an entire year making 20 grand. I made $11 an hour in a factory.
Yeah.
And I would make like 20 some grand in a year.
Yep. Yeah. Think about that.
And
You can
people
make that in
get-
2 months.
2 months.
I mean, make it in a month. You know.
And they're bitching because I got 25 or maybe I got 30 on my deal.
Yeah.
I'm doing me, bitch.
Nah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
clean. I tell you what, as I'm older, and now that I'm older into real estate, I just like, that's all out the window. I was a little more like cautious when I was first starting. I was trying to network and blah blah. Now it's like I don't give. I've seen how much they don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah. Well, you got other things going on too.
Well, I also have a disposition like you don't care, right?
And the real estate is your bread and butter.
It's not my bread and butter. It's so easy. It is a laughable. It's a laughable bump. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I get paid this much in 60 days.
Yeah. And
And it's only for people like. It's very specialized. You know, it's only for my guys that do investment. It's very specialized for what I
Yeah.
do. And I know that they're going to be they're going to be in good hands with me because it's just so easy. Like this is an easy thing for me
so
to
you
do.
can put more effort into
I
it.
can put more effort into it. I have all your solutions. Like if you go with someone else, you run the risk of like not being able to solve.
Yeah.
I
for
know how to solve all those crazy loop. If your shit falls the fuck apart, which in real estate can easily happen, I am the problem solver. I'm the fucker fireman. Put the hat
Yeah,
on.
I got
That's
you.
my job. In my real world is fucking how do you solve problems. It's critical thinking. My critical thinking skills are at the
Yeah.
wazoo.
I mean, that's all real estate is relationships, problem solving.
Yeah.
You know, I think people try to make it sound a lot more sexy and involved and complicated than it really is. I think it's people think it's more important than what it is, and I don't mean important as in you can't do this without me type thing.
Real estate is very well protected, lobbied for that reason.
Well,
Which was like Zillow and everybody tries to attack that, which I get. You still need somebody to do it because
Well, and that's the
homeowners, here's the biggest problem why they can't do it is homeowners are not level-headed people. Could you
No.
imagine if the homeowners negotiated? You know what
When-
they say
when
behind the bar,
something
man,
goes wrong.
fuck them, I ain't giving them that shit. I'm like,
That's exactly
you're going
right.
to give them that shit because you're going to make this whole. You don't want $100,000 today. Where else do you make $100,000 in 30 days?
Yeah.
We're 3 days out from closing.
Yeah.
You want to put the house back on the market?
Yeah, we're facilitators.
Give them
That's
this
what it
little
is.
bit. Put your ego down. Give them
Yeah.
this little bit, and you get all this money.
You're right. Right.
Now,
And
fuck, I'll put it back on the market just on pride. I'm like,
Yeah. No.
what are we doing?
You're 100%. That's exactly why the real estate agent will never go away. That is the real need. It's not because we're some fucking god out there, right? That like nobody can sell a house. It's that shit.
Yeah.
So I always tell people because I talk to sellers that want to do it their own or whatever. Don't people
Yeah.
want to cut realtors out? Like, that's fine, I get it. And the honest opinion is, like, I know this is easy.
Yeah.
The signing the paperwork and the going to closing and all that shit is easy. It's the middle, right? It's the little bit that you're going to want professional help. And every single fucking time, especially friends, when I go, I'm going to do it on my own. Guess how many calls I get during that 30 to 45 day period. Well, I just got
that's
this
what they meant. They're
them.
going to sell around. They're going to use your brain while they put all their paperwork. Yeah, I mean,
What do I do? I just got this document from them. What does that mean? Or, I mean, look, this is you're having a realtor right now.
Yeah.
This is what we do. You know what I mean? So,
hey, when the shit
I'm all a dick, so I help them. You know, it is what it is.
They fucking I had one where one didn't use me. She was like, no, my this happens a lot. You get that. Well, my buddy says that it's easy. We could do it. Like he's gonna help me. I'm like,
here we fucking
I get
go.
it, dude. You could fix an engine. You could do this. You can do that.
Yeah.
Here's the number one. Let's just start from the beginning. Who's gonna look at your house?
Yeah.
When are they looking at it?
Yeah.
How are they looking at it? How do they know it's for sale?
Yeah.
When the fuck you showing this house? Did you even think about that? Like,
Yeah.
it's not on the MLS. We put the for sale sign in the yard.
The first thing I was asking was, okay, cool. Like, you got the seller's disclosures form to fill out. What's that?
Yeah. Who's even looking at it?
Yeah.
Who's looking at it?
Yeah.
You're gonna drive by. You're at work, bitch.
Yeah.
You gonna answer the phone all day? Where you're at work?
Yeah.
They are trying to buy a house. They're gone. See ya.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
looking at the house? I remember that house sat on the market for 6 months. I'm like, there's my commission.
It's
She didn't want to pay a commission. You just paid it in your mortgage. We could have sold it.
Yep.
Then she got a realtor. Now she's embarrassed, so they don't come back to you. Now they get another realtor and we try to
Right.
quietly sell it.
Right.
I'm like, you spent more money
Yeah.
trying to just. That's why they can't sell it themselves, because homeowners are crazy. I
Yeah.
take money from homeowners. I don't mean I take it. I mean I receive money up front before I even do stuff.
And you
And you get to see how people act. Some people are very genuine and say, look, they say at the end of the job, we're grateful. We know we're paying the asses. Some people say, like, we're OCD, or we know
Yeah.
we're paying the asses.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
You
I
know,
can
like,
deal with you.
Because I'm very open. I'm like, oh, you guys are crazy. Like, I remember one, I was like, we're so cool. I was like, oh, you guys are crazy. I'm like, you guys spent good money, but you're fucking.
Yeah.
I was like, you
Yeah.
guys are crazy. You mean? Yeah. So I have like a love-hate relationship with realtors, because there's great ones out there. When you feel them out on the phone, and they're so grateful when they get to talk to me, because I will put down my guard first.
Yeah.
So I always
for
feel
sure.
like, oh, thank you, you're cool. Like,
Yeah, just
let's
be
make
real.
it. Just be real. Just make, and it'll always be like some younger woman and be like, man, thanks, man. Like,
Yeah.
like cool. Let's get it done. Like, yeah, that's what we're here to do. You
Yep.
don't fuck about how good or bad you're doing.
Yeah. I had a conversation the other day. I knew, we were thinking about putting an offer in on this house, and I knew it was going to be tough, right? Multiple offer situation, the whole 9 yards. And I said, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Here's where we're going to be.
You think I won't flip up on it, dude?
I mean, dude, do it.
Come on.
This is the max we're going to come in at, kind of thing. Max she could do, whatever, right? All these things. She's like, yeah. And I said, I know you don't have to tell me. I said, but just for the sake of time, my time, your time, my client's time. And she kind of like hinted around to some
Why are
things,
you
right?
writing this up? Just fucking tell me.
And that's what when
That
we
we're
ended
not
the
doing. We're allegedly not doing that stuff.
we ended the conversation. I said, okay, I'm going to get back to you later. Just when I tell you later on, can I just give you a verbal? I'll text you our terms. You could just say, fuck off, Jerry, or write it up, and I'll know what you mean. She's
Yeah.
like, yep, that's perfectly fine with me. And some agents will go, no, write the offer, fill out all the paperwork, get all the signatures, send the package over to me, and I will present it to my seller.
I fucking hate that.
I mean,
Especially
like
last
that.
minute ones are like, oh, do you have it already written up? Like, we got a lot in, we're getting ready to make a decision. Like, how about I just tell you?
nobody's.
When I hear that, I hear a guy on the hook like, I mean, you can't do this, but, you want to be like,
You're not going to get executed for it.
you want to be like, where you at?
Yeah.
Where you at? It's all in the benefit of the homeowner. It's not, I don't know why the real estate's like, you can't negotiate like that. It's like, so you can't make the homeowner more money?
Yeah.
It's all in the benefit of them. No one's going to go. You're not stopping people from way overpaying $60,000 for the house, even if we did it on every single body brought a piece of paper and it's like, I'm still willing to pay $6,000 over. You don't stop from that. So if they want to pay even more, I go, do you want the house or not? Great. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's why I like. I do the same thing. Like, do you want to write subs? Or I just tell you right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I literally said to her, like, you can just tell me, Jerry, go fuck off or write it up, and I'll know what you mean. That means
I love
no. You're not going to get it, or yes, you're going to get
And
it.
when you do that too, I think they go back like, this guy looks like he's easy to work with. Because some people you get like, you're like, I don't think they're going to be good to work
Because
with.
then the next time around, because Delaware's small, we're all going to fucking work together again. When you come around again, now this is how we're going to treat each other. And I'm going to go, oh, I know how they are.
Yeah.
So what we take away from this? Don't be a dick.
Don't be a fucking
Nothing
dick.
you do is that important that you have to be a dick.
I will.
I don't care what you do.
I remember that old lady. She couldn't do a PDF. I said, she's like, she wanted me in another format. And she's like, well, I can't open up the contract. It's not in this format. I'm like, I sent it to you in a PDF. Like, I'm sending it to you how it's done today. And it has been for a long time.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you need to confirm. Like,
You need to
I
fax it to me.
said, you need to convert it or open it up. You need to do your thing. She's like, I'm not going to do that. So if you wanted me to look at it, I was like, I think I told you about this. Because then I asked her, I said, so you can or you
won't.
can't or
Yeah.
you won't.
Yeah.
She's like,
You
exactly.
can or
I'm
you
like,
won't.
and what do? I do it for her because I'm not going to fuck around my customer like,
Well, that's the thing. All you do
what
is
kind
fuck
of
your
ego
client.
do you have? You can't fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt, dude.
What kind of people we got? Low battery?
No, I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Fucking
I mean,
quit
we
staring
gotta
at the
keep an eye on
people. I'm
stuff.
going to lose fucking
So all we're
viewers
doing,
for
all
you
we're
staring
doing
at
is
them.
all we're
I'm
doing
gonna
is bitching.
throw. Let me stop you right there. Let me get my fucking 2 cents, and I haven't talked all day. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now look, these are 6 milligrams a piece.
Take two.
I'm gonna triple them up.
Jesus.
I mean, you want to get the proper fat lip. You don't want to be just mini ripping. All right. I want to rooster tail this 350. You know what I mean?
Oh, fucking photo.
What do you think about all my photos? Look at all this Dewey Beach Patrol. I love this office.
I do too, man. I do too.
This is a good. Everybody thought it was great. You can do plywood in there. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm cabbing this
Why
bitch
not?
up. I got vision.
We talked about this in our first episode. The greatest thing about today is you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
That's been since '85.
You can't do that
Since '85.
No, you can do that. Nobody's going to stop you.
Hey, you know what's a lot of like that I always laugh at is when Candace wears something. I'm like, oh, is that back in? It always takes till someone else does it that everyone else likes or follows, or there's enough people doing it so you feel confident. That's how I always feel about fashion. Like, so you guys are. I always like those.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Oh, corduroy's back in.
We're back to finals
Have you
again.
put your dick in corduroy pants? It feels great. like your camo. That old camo's back in. I'm
Oh,
like,
brown
I've always loved old camo. I believe the deer haven't got so smart. Like, weird.
Maybe.
You're in fucking old real tree shit. I'm man.
Maybe.
But everyone's always scared. Like, well, what if they think? Like, who gives a fuck?
No.
It's a short life.
Let's bring back the old fucking Mulsey Oak, like the 1997, 95 Mulsey Oak patterns. You know, they look like tree bark. Like nobody's wearing them now. Let's just bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking
I love
find
those
it.
ones. I have some. You know why I have some? Because I used to buy them from Smyrna Sporting Goods.
Yes, Smyrna Sporting
Because
Goods.
I don't think trees have changed much.
Dude, I remember, I think I bought some at fucking Kmart when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that old Mulsey Oak.
I like the way they weather. It always
They
seems
get
like
like a
I
little
don't.
faded.
Yeah, and,
like a little gray
and I don't
tone.
know. And I don't know if they have to use a specific like fabric that they always put them on, but they were always very comfortable. They weren't jeans. They weren't. They were like this. They were very
Almost like a
comfortable.
blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I saw the other
They
day?
didn't have insulating with shit, though.
I'll go fucking repeating this, but I'm gonna share this with you
Okay.
because I'm trying to be the first one to pop this out.
Okay.
There's a new camo out that I didn't know exists.
Okay.
You know why we don't know exists?
Why?
Because we don't live around there. But
Okay.
do you know they have palm tree camo, son?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the palm tree. They
Yeah.
have. You got the.
Yeah, if you're in like Florida. and
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's even the better version
So
of
bring it here.
the water. Because like, if you were to me when I was a kid in Smyrna, like if you got the waterfowl camo, now,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's
right.
like
Yeah.
that's the gooch.
Yeah,
That's,
blades.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean. But then I saw the palm tree style. I was like, oh, that's even cooler. The
Yeah.
black on green. The fuck. I was like, that's even cooler.
That's gonna be the next thing kids start wearing. Like middle schoolers and high schoolers, they're gonna start wearing palm tree camo to school. As a fashion statement.
I want some. We need to.
It's fun to hat.
I hope we do get big because it would be great to
So
do.
dude, dad's palm tree camo hat.
I have so many visions for this thing. And once we get a little
Yeah.
bit of sponsorship, you know, bring
That
the
would be
War
fucking
Child
great.
Outdoors back up.
I've been telling you that for years, man.
I know. I'm in a position now to do it. Like
Yeah.
as the kids it started happening,
Yeah.
I went like full
More
go
children.
self-employment. Like
Yeah.
I should have stayed on. I mean, I didn't have big enough tits to probably still blow up, but I mean, it took a lot of work back then to like. I was on TikTok 10 years ago.
Yeah, but then you just stopped.
I stopped.
Yeah, well, it wasn't 10 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was
years ago. In the beginning.
It's been out longer than you think.
Yeah, I actually had an account then too, and I was like, "Fuck this." Weird,
But I just backed down. I was like, I'm not going to make it because I don't do dances with. Like I used to watch a Copenhagen girl. You know, she was like a skinny little girl. She ripped Copenhagen, but she did dances.
Okay.
And I was like, what am I gonna do? Like hop helicopter my dick in my pants? Like I don't have the thing to look at.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like
think.
I'm like, how many pictures am I gonna take of a fucking fish or a deer? Like I don't. This is so that's why I wanted to take it underground. Like I'm gonna do weird drunk stickers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm gonna keep that vibe going.
Yeah.
That's more because it's me. I can't pretend.
Sure.
I can't pretend to do the other stuff.
Look at that dude, Jared peeking through the window. We got heathens outside playing while we're doing this. Cause
he told me he broke his 4-wheeler or the carburetor flooded or something.
Yeah. Float stuck in it, I guess. You have bullshit gas.
Yeah.
And I was going to rebuild it, and neighbor Sean was just like, "Just fucking buy a new one for $30."
You know my hands on.
I was like, "Dude, that's fucking genius." Yeah. So he was like, "Yeah, if you rebuild it, cool, but it'll never run right again. It'll, you'll be chasing other shit." He's like, "Just buy a brand new one, put it on there." Yeah, that's a good fucking idea.
Yeah, you can get like for those chinky little is that the right word to say? Whatever. Little 4-wheelers, you can buy that shit on Amazon.
Yeah,
like that little red one I had.
Legit, like $19.
Yes, I got a new carburetor for that one. Did I ever tell you?
Might as well buy 3 of them and keep them in the garage.
Keep them in the garage. Put 2 up on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the self-employment. Oh, something trying to come in. The self-employment has been crazy lately. It is. What have you, other than me? What have you? What is real estate like? Like, what is changing in our world of real estate?
You know, in the middle of a really, this is my opinion, in the middle of a really long market shift, right? So, and I haven't been through generations of realtors and markets. So, but what it looks like at a 10,000 foot view is like a long delayed swing from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Yeah, right? I don't think we're anywhere near a buyer's market, especially in Delaware.
Definitely with the rates.
But things are changing because of the rates, because inventory is so low. You know what I mean?
I have every night and every day. I hold an anxiety. I had a good conversation with my money guy about a hard money loan.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the lender that he knows how to do self-employed people. Mm-hmm. So I know if there's any problems, he can. You know, some people can do self-employed, but there's people that can really do self-employed people. If there's any problems, they can really handle it because it is tricky. And just like that, there's like me knowing some great people for people that are self-employed. You gotta have like someone that can really handle that shit.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of money in it, a lot of money out. So, so I talked to him about a hard money loan. Because I asked him, how do I quickly build a portfolio? Because I got to build something for retirement. And he's like, I do hard money loans. He's like, I don't do it for everybody. He's like, there's only a certain amount of people I will do the he's like, I'll do hard money loans for people, but he's like, for the so he will do a full package. Like he'll do the hard money loan. You know, I can flip the house. He'll do for like contractors. He won't do investors because they'll shop every subcontractor and walk up jobs. But for people he trusts, I could flip the house into a long term. I don't need to sell it. I could then we could refinance it.
Cash out refi.
He could give me the mortgage then to do it.
Yeah, like
so that I could hold on to it.
Yeah. So you could.
Because I said I don't want to do flips, dude. I said I want to be able to hold on to it. He's like, I only do that for a few people. He's like, I will do it for you. So he's like, I'll be honest, it's not great. You know, the rates suck right now. It's like, that's the part that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So he gave me a limit of $500,000, and I see stuff online. I see stuff at the beach, and I wish there's one I wish I had pulled the trigger on because I told him I'm not even looking for big flips. I'm looking for. I see stuff in this market right now, like the Lake Drive neighborhoods. There's houses all the time where the old lady died or the husband died. The house is great. It's just pink carpet. It's just old. It's just outdated.
Yeah.
And I don't need to go in there and fucking rip the walls down and get all new electric. It's in town. It has all the good shit.
$2,000 in it.
I just need a new kitchen and the countertops, new floors, paint the place.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking to hit a home run. I'm just looking for essentially what I would call an easy flip. So take those and then I refinance it to myself. So I'm trying to do that down at the beach, and I have a growing anxiety that I'm like I have the FOMO, I should say.
I get that because I had it too, for sure. They're out there though, and I was talking to Kayla the other day, and because they're on their second or third flip. Or
Yeah,
Gary Sellers.
I went and looked at one. I looked at
Which one?
One up north,
Okay.
and I was like, I can't even like they're like a 60 grand budget, and they wanted a shit ton done, and I have a lot of work going. I was just like, man, I don't want to give anybody a bad experience. I'm gonna walk away, but I'm gonna give you someone else. I am gonna at least give you another avenue or someone.
I think she told me about that, but anyway.
God, you know why I have FOMO, especially for the beach. If you notice, there is a lot of people with money who are now picking up these same algorithms and doing. There's a lot more people doing what I want to do.
Yeah, I know. So it's making.
And there's only so many houses left, and so many spots that are just outside the very expensive spot. Because I've been looking at like, we have now D turf.
Yeah.
People come very far to rent to go to that place.
Yep. Well, that's why there's fucking hotels going up right there.
I just missed out on
I think anywhere around that Milford Magnolia area is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think maybe you and I together should like practice a few or something.
No, 100%.
Like even like you buy this house right next door, I buy this one. We just do like something, man.
Yeah.
Like I wish I was telling Rihanna, I was like, man, I wish some days like we were talking about dead dads. I was like, man, sometimes I'm so grateful for having to learn. Like, Macon is going to get he's going to get all my knowledge. Unfortunately, I am first through the wall, so I have to learn it the hardest. It's going to be the hardest. I am going to be I'm going to learn all the mistakes.
Yep.
I'm going to learn all the good stuff, but because of the mistakes, I will genuinely be like, I know what can happen.
Yeah.
This is how you solve it. This is how you avoid it.
Same.
Like, I've been through it.
Same. You know, it's like there's little things like that are, I don't know the word for it. I want to say stress, but it's not. I don't really mean real stress.
There's a good stress. Like I say, my FOMO, like, it's just like, man.
Well, that's part of being a man, I think.
I've learned in business, don't be in a rush to lose your money.
Yeah.
Don't be in a rush to lose. Like, remember you called me, like, let's do something, like, yo, don't be in a rush to lose that money either, because, like, you get FOMO in the wrong way, like, and you want to, like, when you sent me that job, and luckily you said, I said to you on the phone, I said, it sounds really like a bad deal. I said, it's like that one you went and looked at, the guy that was like wholesaling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was fucking terrible.
I was like, dude, don't be in a rush to like lose some just because somebody's got a hot deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah. When I saw that, that was real bad. But it's like the business or money, like you're talking about, raising kids, you know, household stress, you know, your spouse. And I don't want to call those things stress, but it's the we have a concern there because we have ownership of it, right? And that converts to you know, maybe worrying different things, or your wheels are always turning. How am I going to make this better, or how am I going to get through this, and you know, make sure these guys are okay, and I got to handle this thing. And there's a lot of like internal push and pull.
You gotta be like Cass was saying about me after our roofing meeting. She's like, you have a hyper focus on success. Like she's like, I think you know, she's like, you need to let some of us catch up. She's like, we don't have what you have. Like,
well, nobody will ever be able to have what you have. You know what I mean? Like you know, whatever we have inside as individuals, no one can ever have that. Right. And the biggest mistake you make is trying to train someone up to your level. Because it's impossible. It's
impossible. And you learn that from coaching. You'll get that now. Like, you got to coach kids differently, you know?
Yeah.
I coach my tennis kids different than I coach the football players, you know?
Oh
like,
gosh,
I made some quick... When I first started tennis coaching...
You were a football coach coaching?
Oh, gosh. I made some enemies really fast. And I said, oh, my gosh, these kids are coaching me. I'm like, I'm learning now. I'm, like, laughing at myself. I'm like...
Yeah.
I gotta go over there, apologize. I'm learning too, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's good to be able to admit that, you know?
You have to, man. What are we doing? Like, you gotta be able to admit. You know, when you think, like you said, like, earlier when you said, like, the kids' dads aren't in it, how do you not be in the kids' view? Like, I always feel like especially when you come to coaching, you see who has dads, who has shitty dads. Like, I have friends, like, you know, their parents never came to any events. You know, like, their kids played, they started, they never came to any events. And and my dad always would pick those kids up, like, all right, man, like, as a good dad, it's our duty to help that kid have some type of figure in his life. It's like a unwritten rule, man. Like, you pick them up with you. You know what I mean? Like,
Now you're 100% right, man.
This kid's trying to break in.
I hear them out there doing something. They're getting antsy. So something else exciting. I don't know if you're excited about it. You're too fucking busy.
Yeah.
Hunting season starts next week.
I know.
We gonna get together this year? Come out?
I want everybody to know. I would like everybody out there.
Oh boy, here we go.
First off.
Here we fucking go.
First off. I mean, you're best friends with Tristan, right? Are you gonna how long are you gonna treat his wife badly like that? You gonna just sandbag her? I told her I owed you this. You're gonna sandbag her on posting up our videos? She's our #1 fan.
Christina is
you're gonna just do her like that? She's gotta reach out to us to let us know the next podcast?
Oh, because the next podcast. Okay, I got you.
That's our #1 viewer out there.
Christina, I know she'll hear it.
Christina,
they're on a cruise right now, and they come back Saturday, I believe. Saturday or Sunday they'll be back, and she'll jump right on this.
You're just out there fucking. You know what we should do? We should bring her on.
Oh, that's a fucking awesome idea.
We can hear some crazy Tristan stories.
Oh my fucking god!
I remember when I was in college, like freshman year, and wasn't coming back and like watching him fucking like he was like, yeah, I'm fucking starting to box, and like I'm watching like street boxing of fucking Tristan. I'm like, I'm like, what is this kid doing?
I think one of the first times I ever met Tristan was he was boxing somebody at Jacob's dad's house right there on Glenwood, across from the dollar store. And I remember Mark being on the phone like, hey, yeah, come to this address. Tristan's gonna box so and so. And I remember it was like dark, a gravel driveway. And they were like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
I know.
But no, so I know what you're getting at, just to clear things up, right? So because we never really talked about. We had, in the beginning of summer, we had 2 episodes stacked up that we recorded. And one somehow got completely fucking lost.
Yeah.
Just was fucking wiped out, right? The other one, somehow the memory card got corrupt and it wouldn't fucking open. So, and then we added on, there was like a vacation.
Then we had a vacation,
So it was like 3 weeks that we were MIA, and our #1 fan, Christina, or Christineth, as I like to call her.
You get my wife's name right.
She jumps on, where's the Dude Dads podcast? And like, fuck, man, we can't let that happen anymore. We gotta have backups to backups.
We're
still learning though.
We're
not tech people.
My buddy Justin reached out to me. I saw him on like this morning. He's like, I listen to podcasts, man.
Oh yeah, no, he told me. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was like, dude, I love it. I fucking love it.
He's like, dude, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he was so happy about it, you know. And I don't know why, right? We had just have a conversation. Today we had nothing scripted. We had nothing. We had no topic we wanted to talk about.
And we definitely need to bring the guests back in.
Yeah.
You know. Hunting season. So. I do feel I haven't done it for 3 years because of the kids, but I'm in a spot now. I actually have Macon training on the bow. He's gotten a lot better. He's pulling all the way back. He's hitting the block.
Good.
I think I want to go a couple more weeks with him, getting it down. He's seeing the problems of the cheap bow where I have like it has 3 little rubber bushings on it to like cushions for like the fingers. Mm-hmm. So I have 2 for him to put. I just have him 2 fingering.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has his whole hand on there. Like just to start with 2 fingers. I have the one rubber on top to actually try to hold the arrow down, or as he says, the narrow. Mm-hmm. And then, but like, you know, when you pull back, it does it comes off left, you know. And I don't even know if he's right-handed or left-handed, what's most comfortable for him.
Yeah.
This thing I bought is actually set up left-handed. But I have him shooting with his left hand, though. We're backwards for sure.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to buy him they have like a nicer version at Walmart that will hold, has a better rest, so he can actually pull back easier and have more power. I think I'm gonna get him an actual release.
Yeah.
To start getting him to practice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's on my list. Like I gotta get back into myself.
Yeah.
And just so all the viewers know, I've had always Jerry knows he can call me any day. To go fucking hunting.
No, the invite's been there literally every year.
Yeah, hey man, can you go? Oh, cool. It's 20 minutes before you're about to go.
No. Maybe the day before.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, I don't have any spots. I don't know that anybody's actually hunting at Hastings. I have to talk to Trudy again. I don't even know if they want people in the woods, if they're trying to keep it more quiet. So I don't even know if I have a deer spot
I
to go
think
to.
for you, he would make that happen.
Yeah. So I got to reconnect there to see if that's still going, and then because I honestly I don't know, because I asked him, he's like, yeah, reach out to Trudy, because I don't know if they wanted a bunch of people pulling up and going in the woods. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I genuinely miss waterfowl.
That's the best, man.
That
That's
is the best.
I'm hoping to get out resident goose hunting in Maryland next Friday, the Labor Day, Monday after next.
Can you take, like, I understand you're in the club, it's hard to get people probably to get out
I
of the
can
club.
take
You can take me.
It has to be after the shotgun season. After the November shotgun season, we can bring guests.
But can we do, I know some good spots, public land too.
I'm afraid of that. And I've got my waterfowl spot. I still want to do a podcast in the goose blind.
And we are going to do one. It's not want to. We're going to
Yeah,
do
we're gonna
one.
sit there and bullshit, and you get to see what blind life is like.
So we didn't do a crabbing with the kids either. But the crabs sucked. I guess they're recently.
They're good
picking
now,
up.
though.
They're good now.
Me
We
and
can do
Charlotte-
we can do one.
Me and Charlotte went.
Megan was
Sunday.
very upset. He saw the pictures. He saw them.
Oh, you mean Charlotte out there?
Yeah, I saw.
That was a good. And it was like it wasn't early. I was just in the mood for crabs. Wasn't out there to kill it. Right, we caught a little over half a bushel. Real nice crabs, just enough, and we hammered them all for dinner.
Yeah.
And Charlotte got pinched in the hand.
Nice.
And she let me know how bad it hurt. I mean, she was fucking.
Did she
wailing.
throw out a cuss word?
A big old crab got a hold of her.
Oof.
And,
How long did it take to get off?
Oh, I think I didn't even see it. Right, she's good at calling crabs.
Yeah.
I'll get them in the basket, run the trot line. As I'm going back to the beginning, she's up there with tongs and fucking measuring them all and throwing the small ones back, putting the keepers in a basket.
Oh,
She's
shit,
good at
they're
that.
working.
Yeah, she's doing it. She's doing her thing.
Okay.
And she's not afraid to get in there, whatever, but I don't know what happened, but one of these big bastards reached up and it got right on top of her knuckle. Through I have like the rubber gloves, through the glove. And she does it a lot with bare hands too, so I'm glad she had a glove on. Because if you look at the pictures, most of the time she just has bare hands. This time, for whatever reason, I don't know if she was just trying to move something, she had a glove on, and that thing got a hold of her and through the glove, pinched it like that, and like drew blood. And I mean, man, she was wailing, crying, real tears, and after that she was like, "No, I'm done.
She's like,
"All right." We were at the end anyway.
She's jaded.
Yeah, she's like, but she's been pinched before. It's not the first time.
Okay.
So she knows, you know what I mean? She likes to crab because it's fast paced. When we went Sunday, she wanted to go because it wasn't early. How the tides were, I didn't even leave the house until 9 o'clock. So, it's fine with her. She don't like to get up 5 a.m. to go crabbing. Jerry will. He'll do it.
So I think what really has to happen is we just have to put on the schedule, like, we're going to do a hunt, we'll do the podcast hunt, we'll do waterfowl, it's,
Yeah.
Well, so after shotgun season, your blinds on your paid spots there, anybody, you can't have that for yourself. Everyone signs up, right?
Yeah, but we have like 100 and something stands for 20 members.
Only because,
And we can go during the week.
it had to be kind of just us or somebody like soft came, just because, it's hunting. A lot of people got weird opinions on stuff, so,
No, I think
can't be blended all. Not everybody's cool.
I'll be honest with you, man. I think you and I could do a deer hunt and just make a little show out of it.
I think we can do anything. We did all that.
Camera, microphone, get out there.
Let's do it. And speaking of deer hunting, I'm going to talk to. I might call Trudy today and just ask her. But I think that I would like to do more stalking than sitting in the deer stand. Now I stalk to my deer stand.
The properties are so small, though. That's what's.
I think it may work. It's
Yeah,
what we're gonna-
being deliberate going to your deer stand is good.
You have to. At Josh's, I have to because they will jump up.
And yeah, you're in the woods.
I'm like, as soon as you step foot through the tax ditch, you're like,
Yeah,
sound barrier, the trees, the hedgerows catching. You're already. It's like,
yeah.
and it's. I always feel like as soon as I step in, I feel like everybody's like.
So good time to actually make some noise in the woods during the rut. Like actually make noise, break branches because a buck hears other action and now their curiosity peaked. Who's chasing my does around or what's coming through the woods or whatever. So there's guys that will go through the woods to their stand and like purposely knock branches together, purposely like stop and scrape leaves around and kind of mimic sounds that they're used to hearing, and it can actually bring in deer. To because they're curious animals. I mean,
they are. As soon as you chop a tree down, you come back the next day. They're like there's footprints all over. The one time I got lost in the woods, and Josh texted me. He's like, "Sit the fuck down." He's like, "You can see me wandering all through the woods, and there's other people in the woods hunting." And he's just like, "Sit the fuck down." And I walked off on 2 people. I walked so many wrong ways. Guess who shot a deer that day?
Who?
Me.
You? Yeah. Got everything all moving around and shit. Yeah.
That was the one I was shooting one.
All right. Well, let's make it happen now.
And I would like to also. Yeah.
Look at that. Microphone.
Done.
Hold on a second. Well, that's.
Over this. Over that.
There. Microphone just lost power.
I would.
But we were getting to wrap up anyway.
So I would like to definitely. When can we schedule a pig hunt?
I go in the wintertime.
We're gonna go. Can we set a date? Like as long as I plan it with Candace, I can get. We do a pretty quick one. Like not even a family one. Just like you and I shoot down there very quickly.
Yeah, we could do that. Honestly,
leave on Friday, come back Sunday, or leave on Thursday, come back Sunday.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that at all. Yeah, so I can talk to DJ. So the deeper in the winter it is, the better. Okay. Because they're easier to bait up. Okay. There's less food. Yeah. So I would say January. Oh, yeah. I go with Mark and my buddy Matt and my buddy Jimmy in the first week of February.
Can I? So we can be part of that.
If one of those guys don't go.
Okay, numbers. Okay.
Yeah, numbers. Yeah, that's
so
the reason.
We can do one.
We can go like in January, December, and then deer hunt's still in. We could deer hunt / pig hunt. We hunt them the same way. Yeah. Like that would probably be the best thing. And yeah, I mean it's I have night vision. It's a 10-hour drive. If we want to do night. I got night vision. Yeah. 10 hours. We could camp on the property. Even better. Legit, you know what I mean? Do you wear snake boots or anything like that, or do you wear just regular knee rubber boots? They're not. There's no snakes down there in the wintertime. Well, wintertime, yeah. But I mean, I was going to go down there in spring where snakes are more active in the spring than any other time. So then I wouldn't wear shorts stomping through the woods down there. Let's put it that way. And we could definitely do like and then we could plan. It is hard to plan a family one because you're like, what do you tell the girls like? I guess you had to. The family one's got to be at Union Hill or Fire River. Yeah, because you got to say like, hey, you guys have a place to stay. We're really close, but we're going to be in the woods for at least 4 hours, 5 hours at this point. That's why if the women and children come to Virginia, they have all the shit to do. So we do the tie. Yeah, either or, whatever. I don't care. The Union Hill's I think better for families because it's bigger, more shit for them to do. The hot tub and fucking. Bigger house all the way. The hot tub. Yeah, the 92 degree tub. Yeah. All right, let's start planning about that. This is good today for not having a fucking topic. Yeah. For film shit together. Yeah. I think it's just been hectic this week. It's been crazy. Fucking. It all started because of Presley. I saw him this morning. I started the whole conversation. Yeah. So now he's got me 3 times. He's got me a good conversation. Yeah. And he's gonna probably take a deal from me. Fuck it. All right. Till next time. Thanks, bud.